With Don Poyer, and with me is the man who finished second this last Heat 2A, and I think it was by choice, if I'm not wrong, Jim Kropfeld. Miss Budweiser the first time out, now second. Why?
Well, I decided maybe I'd give it a shot there and see how we could do. And I saw him come up early on the start and back off, so I said, well, I got to go for it because I was flat out. So I laid on it and ran a good lap, and then I picked up a vibration. So Lauren thinks the strut bearing came out.
Can it be repaired?
Oh, yeah, it'll be fixed, and we'll put a new one in, and we'll go out for the next heat.
Thank you, Jim. Back to you, Don.
Racing in Heat 2B is Tom Deeth in the Light All-Star. They have yet to get any points yet. Let's see if we can get a word from Tom before he goes out. What do you want to do, Tommy, here in this next heat?
We got to win it. We need the points.
All right, let's look at the rundown then for Heat 2B. The Squire Shop with 400, sitting pretty well right now. Tosti, Patterson Special, Light All-Star, Spirit of Detroit, that's Joe Ritchie, and American Speedy. Here we come now with the start of Heat 2B. Wait a minute, we don't have all the boats out there. I only see 4, but here's the Tosti Asti along with the U80. Here's the start of 2B. There's the Squire Shop. It did not start the race. Mickey Riemann is heading back for the pits. They've obviously got a problem. In the meantime, let's go on now and update you on the race. Back to the race, and in the east turn, it is still the U80 and Ron Armstrong holding his own, now entering the back chute with the Tosti Asti and Steve Reynolds on the outside. This boat, it was on the beach until this weekend after being damaged in Evansville. You saw third place, the Light All-Star with Tom Deeth, and again Armstrong with great acceleration moving down in lane number 1. The Patterson Special going against the Tosti Asti into the west turn. Ron Armstrong, a veteran of many races. This is only his second race in 1984. He's trying to fend off that man on the left of your screen, Steve Reynolds and the Tosti Asti. Reynolds, though, with that great acceleration, great cornering ability, is now establishing himself in first place as he completes lap number 1. Speed for the boat, 123.6 miles per hour. Third place is the Light All-Star. And here is Joe Ritchie, Spirit of Detroit. All right, Jim Hendrick, we've just gotten word, is down in the pits with the Squire Shop camp, and Mickey Riemann. Let's find out what's happening down there and why they pulled out of this heat.
Mickey, can you tell me why you came back in?
Yeah, I have a vibration. I don't know what it is, and I had to make a big decision whether to try to run it or not. I hope I made the right one.
Back to the race. It is Steve Reynolds in first place in the Tosti Asti, the turbine-powered boat. In second place is the U80, the Patterson Special with Ron Armstrong. Into the west turn, Reynolds. This boat that had a badly torn up bottom after Evansville when they lost the blade off of a prop, tearing up the strut, tearing up the bottom of the boat. It is back in action now. And as you see here, a great battle for second and third between the Patterson Special on the outside, on the inside, the Light All-Star, the turbine-powered boat with Tom Deeth aboard. First place, Tosti Asti. Steve Reynolds in control as he comes into the east turn. The bridge turn here on the Columbia River on a hot, very dry day, about 85 degrees. He's in control. Ron Armstrong putting on a whale of a fight, trying to hold on to second place against the Light All-Star and Tom Deeth as they head into that same east turn here on the Columbia. The Tosti Asti in good control now, running an average speed of around 115 to 119 miles per hour. Here comes the Light All-Star. It looks like, yes, the Patterson Special is slowing down, and now it's a three-boat race with the Light All-Star in second place. Ron Armstrong going dead in the water, as you see, now near the eastern. This is Jerry Verhill, the crew chief, talking with Steve Reynolds, that man right there, much like the NASCAR or the Indy-type car racing. They can communicate while testing or while racing. Very, very valuable tool for the Tosti Asti camp. We've got turbines in first and second place here in Heat 2B in the Gold Cup for 1984. The Tosti Asti and Steve Reynolds hoping to get 400 points, which would put him in a tie with the Budweiser and the Endless Band lines with 700. The Joe Ritchie Spirit of Detroit, third place, Todd Yarling, co-rookie of the year back in 1981 out of Madison, Indiana. The Light All-Star in second place with Tom Deeth out of Detroit, Michigan. Back to the Tosti Asti on his final lap now here in Heat 2B. In second, the Light All-Star. This boat running much better and better. They keep improving throughout the 84 season. With the Tosti back at full strength, new aerodynamic design on the front of it, trying to use new kinds of wings to keep it stable, riding on the spots it's correct. They now have 400 points more, and they're at 700 for the day, winning Heat 2B, the Tosti Asti. Second place, another turbine, the Light All-Star with Tom Deeth, and 300 points. So here are the standings for Heat 2B and the point totals thus far today. The Tosti was 700 points. Light All-Star Joe Ritchie was third. The Patterson Special getting 225 earlier today. American Speedy still looking for points. And the Squire Shop dropping out. Won an earlier heat for 400 points. Let's go down now with Jim Hendrick to the winner, Steve Reynolds.
Climbing aboard the boat right now. If he can get his helmet off, we'll get right in the cockpit with him. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You rode a pretty good race. How is it out there?
Well, it's still a little rough, Jim, but anytime you win, it's kind of hard to find some place to complain.
When did you know that the Squire wasn't with you?
Well, Mickey gave me a signal coming down the front straightaway just about at a minute and a half to the 1 minute gun that he was going back into the pits. I acknowledged that, went ahead and left him room to get in.
Turbines 1-2 in this heat, and now Don Poyer's with number 2.
Tommy? Tom Deeth, second place to Light All-Star. Tom, in this case, you said you needed to go out and get some points because of not starting out in the first heat.
That's right. We weren't able to get started. Well, we got started, but we couldn't get on plane. We drowned ourselves out with some wakes and the way the wind was blowing, but we got on plane. Took a long time to get on plane. I didn't think it was going to for a while, but it made it, and the All-Star came through.
Now, one more flight, point-wise. What do you think you need to get into the final?
We've got to get at least a second or a first to get enough points to get to the final. If not, maybe we'll be an alternate, but we're going to run as strong as she'll go. I'm going to go for the win all day.
So now the draw is really interesting, then.
Yes.
And that draw has put the Squire in Heat 3A. They've got a race with the clock. We'll update you on that and more in just a minute.